So, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It's 4:55, and I am excited. I'm about to just go through my weekly Sunday pre-market analysis. This is just a weekly thing I do. I look at the markets, at the charts every week on Sunday evening. Um, it's 4:55 p.m. East African time. So depending on when you watch this, it will probably be your early morning US time or evening Australian time, Asian time. So yeah, so whenever you watch it, guys, I hope you get some value. I just did a video earlier about, basically how my week last week was with gold that, kicked my butt a bit. But now we are looking at this week. It's May, it's a new month. I'm really, really excited. And I'm just going to go quickly through the different pairs that I trade. I'm not going to focus on too many pairs. I'm going to look at the major pairs that I look at, one being AUD USD, two being gold, as always, US 30 and Indis, and probably one or two other currencies. So the idea behind this is just so you guys get an idea of what I am seeing and what my take is on the direction of the market. Now, when you look at AUD USD for starters, okay, let me just glance at the daily. I want to see how AUD closed on the daily last week. So it definitely did its thing and pushed down on Friday. Okay, so it closed bearish, quite bearish. We've been on a consistent bull run, okay, on AUD USD, but we actually got into a sort of a consolidation in December, and we haven't really gotten out of that consolidation trap. So I feel like there's still a possibility because it failed to break this trend, okay, failed to break it to the upside and was pushed down. So I feel like even though we're on a support, we might be seeing more bearish moves happening this coming week, okay, before anything else. So that's really what I'm looking at. If I even zone down to the 30 minutes, I think I'll see the same thing. We are now in a support zone. But like I said, I feel like there's room for it to break through. It's definitely tested this level a couple of times, okay, which is also a sign that possibly there'll be yet another rejection to the upside. But my take, looking at it from, let's say, this is on the 29th of April, so that was on Friday when it scaled the high and rejected at this level, okay. um it started pushing down and we can see lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, and then boom until this level. So there's a chance that it will continue. If I even look at the candle formations, it's just retesting. It probably try and retest a previous high here, but I feel like we are just about ready probably to break through this support and bounce to the downside. But I will probably enter at a lower kind of. I'll wait for the retest to happen first. That's what I mean. Before I literally jump in. So that is AUD USD, looking a bit bearish for me on a very strong support, but looking very bearish, but only bearish once it has attempted to make another high and failed. But 3 attempts, I think, good to go for a downtrend. Now, that's AUD USD. Let's look at US 30. You all know I love trading indices. And yeah, US 30 just behaving, kind of in that descending wedge formation, scaling lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, and just respecting structure. And that's the thing about trading with market structure. Very little guesswork. Now, the only time I'll get into this trade on a push to the upside or on a break to the upside is after it has broken past this trend line, retested, and is now on its way up. But I'm really bearish on US 30. Okay. We've been in consolidation since, the 14th of last month, April. 14th, let's say, just beginning, the month of April has really been about consolidation, especially after the 16th of April. That's when we really started moving in a sideways, major sideways move, but it's really just there's a lot of weakness on the upside. So I feel like we're trying to now put pressure, bulls are trying to put pressure on the buyers, and we could see a correction to the downside, possibly to the what level is this, 33,354 level, before we see a continuation to the upside, because we've really been bullish on US 30 for sure. But I think it's if it fails to break past this, then look for sales, guys. Look for sales. So gold, which kicked my butt last week, is here. Kind of like just gold is gold. I feel like gold would probably try to retest the 6-1, retest past the 618 fib. Just clearing my screen so that I can stop getting distracted. Yeah, so gold did a number on me, but I realized later that we got in a bit early on gold, and knowing that is such a relief, because you want to just know that you are right 80%, but your entry was like 90% wrong. So 90% because we got in a bit early. But we've been pushing up on gold since end of March. And I feel like we still have some ways to go on the upside. So I think that's how the market will open, a bit bullish. We test this key level. If I throw a fib here, just randomly throw a fib, you see the 618 mark is somewhere here. So this is a key zone, and you can see by the zone marking I've drawn there. Let me just maximize so that you guys can see a bit better. Better. Don't mind my many lines, guys. You see. So it's basically been failing to break this. It really failed to break this. So there's a lot of rejection, okay, on the 50 fib. And it's like it's making a last attempt. And I just think that, if it doesn't, we are definitely seeing a weakness on gold to the upside, definitely. There was a break, impulse to the downside, and then it just consolidated all of Friday, up, down, a very annoying trend on Friday. And just making another attempt to break the trend line to push to the 618 or 50% level. But we have a very strong resistance, guys, here. So I'm not seeing gold really breaking this right now. It might, okay. But on the whole, we might just see some correction to the downside. We just might see some correction to the downside before we see the continuation. So that's gold. What I always say is, when I'm not too sure, I always wait for the market to open up, and then I look at it again and I'm like, okay, this is what's happening. Yeah, but for now, you can see the move consolidation. You might see a bit more consolidation on Monday. Mondays tend to be slower days, but who knows? Yeah. So that's gold bias to the downside. Before it pushes up now, really, I feel like it's gathering steam, or you might just see a bit of more of consolidation before it pushes totally to the upside. They might just see it. We might see it try to just gather some liquidity. Yeah, fill this gap here. And that's why I'm like, okay, this is what we can see in gold. We'll probably see maybe a push to the upside, then we see a push to the downside, and then maybe we'll see another push to the upside. So we might see a bit of consolidation, or it might just break to this level and then come back to just collect all the unaware traders, who are thinking that now we are in a bull run. Okay, so that's gold. Did I look at US 30? I think I did. So did I look at US 30? I think I did. US 30 is on a support zone. I think it's gonna push to the upside. Let's see how many pips. How many pips? How many pips? Potentially. Yeah, we could see like about 100, at least 100, give or take, push to the upside before we see a push to the downside. So I'm looking at possibly a move like this. Of course, it won't work perfectly like that, but you get the point. Okay. It might even come here and then, push some more to the upside, fight with the support before we see the break, kind of thing. Yeah, so I feel like it still needs to come and retest this level here. We can see scaling lower highs. So even if it goes up, not too much, maybe then break down, maybe attempt to go back up, and then now we can then possibly see a break to the upside. You know what I'm saying? So let's see, let's see what happens. But this is basically what I'm anticipating. Euro, GBP, also a pair I like. It kind of kicked my butt as well last week. But I like it. It's just went into this crazy consolidation forever. And we got knocked out on SL on the sell. I anticipated a sell. But it's still, respecting structure. I mean, I think that's what I like about trading sometimes. Structure is structure. You cannot fight with structure. So I think that's where we got caught out. I anticipated a break to the upside of a break to the downside, but we weren't ready. And I think we could be ready because you see there's a bit of rejection here. So I feel like once it breaks this zone, we'll see a nice correction to the downside. Maybe, let's see, a couple of pips, 50 pips. Yeah, thereabouts or more. So, when it happens is a case, but I think once you see it breaking this level, then, so we possibly will see it, consolidate a bit more, then boom, to the downside. GBP USD. Had I looked at it? Had I looked at GBP USD? Had I? GBP USD. Yeah, I think I had looked at GBP USD and had said we are waiting for a break to the downside. GBP CAD already broke to the downside. I waited for that trade all week last week and then I missed it. How annoying. How annoying. Like, this is where I had anticipated a break to the downside and then I forgot to put an alert, and where a timer happened, GCAD and ECAD had all dropped just as I'd anticipated. So this is like, this was like a self-fulfilling prophecy. I had been saying I probably missed that trade, and guess what happened? I missed it. So you can see ascending channel, previous support. I feel like, it will probably bounce off that level. The same with EuroCAD. Same with EuroCAD. It has a couple of pips to go. Very beautiful trade here. Like, I didn't enter this trade, but I had put my parameter and I forgot to put an alert to tell me, like, once it crosses, retests and that's exactly what happened. It retested, it triggered this level and then retested and then continued to the downside. I really waited for it to break structure here. But then I go and I miss it. Like, what do you tell somebody like that? You go and miss a trade you've been waiting for since the beginning of the week. You know, beautiful, beautiful trade here, by the way. Beautiful, beautiful. And you can see there was sustained, you know, lower highs. High, lower high, lower high, lower high, then boom. So it'll come and rest here for a while. And I think we'll see a push to the upside, you know, or some bit of consolidation there at this level. So that's that. We can maybe look at NZD-JP. Have I looked at a? Yes, NZD-JPY. Beautiful trade. Oh boy. Waited for this thing to happen. Now, the only thing with NZD-JPY, okay, so my setup was correct. It was good. Okay. But guess what? My stop loss was hit on NZD-JPY, 24 pips. And then it just boom. So what I saw here is I again got in early on this trade. I didn't take this trade, but this setup, had I called it, guys would have been caught out, because especially as intraday trader, as a scalper, you gathered your 17, 15 pips, you're good to go. But I'm an intraday trader. I don't really want to scalp forever. You know, scalping is short term. But I should have waited for the retest here. And then once it just comes here, then I would have entered on this. I would have entered ideally, I would have gotten in at this level. You see this level? This would have been a better entry. So yes, we would have gone into a bit of a drawdown, but stress-free trade right there. So now I think we'll just continue pushing to the downside. We might see a bit of, you know, consolidation before we continue down. Okay. But yeah, that's basically NZD-JPY. I would really like to see a bit of correction, or rather consolidation, and then we just continue downwards, like just continue down. Maybe, let's see how many pips. Why do you put a buy limit? Yeah, we got room to play. We got room to play. So possibly put a buy limit, you know, push down and then retest and continue. But this was a beautiful trade. This right here was a beautiful trade. So I think that's it for this week. What haven't I looked at? Euro, NZD. I think so. So technically, the trades have been ranging, as you can see. Broke structure here, pushed up, and you know, really ranging, up, down, up, down, up, down. No real, you know, but some good moves, because this was about 56 pips, which is not bad. So we might see some more ranging this week. We might see some more ranging, some more sideways motion. But overall, we can see it's finally, possibly the move is down. Like, we are ranging, but really we are looking like we are pushing lower. Okay, price is pushing lower within this range. So potential sells there, right there. So I'm still been waiting for this move. It hasn't happened. I think I should just put an alert and forget about it. Pending order and forget about it. When it happens, it happens. So that's it for Euro NZD and the pairs that I've looked at for this week, guys. Of course, when market opens, things may look a bit different. That's okay. But if you like this video, if you enjoyed this video and you want me to keep on sharing, like, subscribe, share, comment, let me know, you know, give me your feedback and we'll keep doing this. So thanks, guys. Have a lovely, lovely Sunday evening or morning, depending on where you are in the world, and amazing, amazing new month ahead, new trading month ahead. May is going to be great. And yeah, let's keep interacting. Thank you, guys. Bye.